University's resources were impressive, and yet, on occasion, we relished in first-hand experience. The crossroads, a beacon for the broken and the battered.
Welcome back to Tech Gaming, and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon 2 On Site, the show where I play through Darkest Dungeon 2
science stains the
unassisted
surgeon's hands
by wikis and guides. It's been
to know the abyss. One must embrace it.
It's been several days since I last played. I have been recovering from a head cold and a sore throat that left me with no voice. I think I remember the gist of what we were doing. I think we were working on Boudica the Hellion's story. Let's see if we can find a shrine to keep that progressing.
The time for denial has passed.
Of course, we were generally killing monsters and grinding for candles.
Even so, it is surely worth remembering.
Ooh, 25 candles to spend. Excellent work, past Cooper. Alright, what do we got? We could give the man-at-arms a new path, and then death blow resistance. Not bad. But that's a big investment. It's 11 candles to get that death blow resistance. Probably the same thing for the Plague Doctor. Same thing for the Hellion. No, the Hellion can get her next trinket for 3 candles. Let's do it. It's the Rotten Tomato. Her breakthrough has a chance of applying vulnerable. She does a lot of damage in rank 2. And in rank 1, she is vulnerable to death blow. Remember, that doesn't automatically happen. That will happen if we find that trinket only. Everybody else looks pretty well upgraded for now. I'm still trying to figure out the timeless wood. You actually spend 5 candles just for the next run. It doesn't persist. So I could give somebody their favorite toy for this run, and they would do more damage over time. But then it would go away. And we can upgrade this. We can upgrade this timeless wood so that we can give up to 5 of these per hero. It's pretty wild. Okay, and then eventually we can upgrade so that applying those single run upgrades costs fewer candles. I wonder how many fewer. Seems pretty late game.
Heart that warms the mind.
The Intrepid Coast is general upgrades for the whole project. What could we get? We could get better loot from the ramming speed minigame. And then we could get a better chance of candles on the map. Very expensive though. That would cost 2 more candles than I currently have. We could get a benefit when we get to the hospital. We could get a benefit when we get to the study, the cache, the hoarder. It's all fine. I think I just want to unlock more fun items, but I don't want to roll 22 times.
Hearts and minds will carry the day.
Let's go ahead and upgrade our heroes. Man-at-Arms, Death Blow Resistance. Plague Doctor, Death Blow Resistance. And then let's get 6 new items.
Spare a thought for tools of iron. Such implements will serve us well.
The Strong Shackles. Apply on hit. Immobile. But when you miss, you might get stunned. Trinkets.
New instruments will help us diagnose the world's affliction and overcome it.
The Goading Gargoyle Trinket. At the start of a turn, you have a strong chance of converting your blindness debuff to a strength buff. And if the flame is dim, you're really fast. I'm not sure why a gargoyle would make you go fast in the darkness, but this one does. Combat items.
A drop of sanity in a sea of madness.
The death cap spores just cut somebody's death blow resistance. Combat items. The neutralizing powders significantly buff one target's blight resistance. In items. The restorative herbs give one target traveling heal and healing received. In items. The whittling tools. Shed 3 stress from a target. Soothe yourself with the calming, meditative task of whittling. That does it for our 25 candles, was it? Let's embark.
As fleeting as a dying star.
Excuse me. Horse got spooked. They're okay now. Let this journey feed the fire in our hearts. Slime mold party. You love to see it. Hoarder. Inventory is the available stagecoach upgrade. Here in brown. We always need glimmers of hope. We always need lanterns to keep the light bright. Remove stealth, add strength and speed. I do love the stimulants. Bleed resist, fire resist, shuffle the enemy. Bleed resist. We like the playing cards. The playing cards help everybody get along.
Something to ease the rigors of the road.
Speed bag. I think from here we get the storage trunk. Thanks, Hoarder. So that storage trunk is just going to increase our inventory capacity in the stagecoach.
The point of no return welcomes you with open arms.
Alright, I guess even though the first battle is pretty much trivial, we could equip some stuff before we do it. I've been giving the man-at-arms the lanterns, and I don't know, everybody else can have some stuff. What about these trinkets? The man-at-arms gets the strong shackles, and the Hellion gets the gargoyle. Move sets. We always need to redo our move sets. Noxious Blast and Plague Grenade. Battlefield Medicine and Indiscriminate Science. And I think the Plague Doctor is gonna be... I guess maybe it depends a little bit on where we go. Let's load out Magnesium Raid, for now at least. The Man-at-Arms. bolster, bellow, retribution, bash, and one more. Defender. No, hold the line in case he gets knocked out of place. The Hellion. Wicked Hack. Iron Swan. Toe-to-toe in case she gets knocked out of position. Bleed out. And what's the one that removes the winded? None of them. It's the upgraded toe-to-toe that removes winded. And it's the bloodlust, but bloodlust is terrible. Ah! So we need to upgrade toe-to-toe. I don't know if we can do it. We probably can't do it at the first inn. At the first inn we need At the first inn we need bolster and indiscriminate science. But maybe we can upgrade it at the second inn. Oh my god, look at this fight. We're actually spending time fighting 2 lost souls. Is it worth it? I just don't think so. But they're here. We gotta kill them. Take 1 health damage and 1 stress damage, and we end the fight. Pretty straightforward. How do we get more?
Are you shaken? There is so much worse in store.
You know, I'm actually not shaken by that, ancestor. Thank you, though. First in. Are we tired of the valley yet? Maybe a little.
The place is a little worse for wear, but familiar nonetheless.
A battlefield medic's staple. Stinks, but wound rot stinks worse. Okay, everybody play cards. Everybody be friends. Boudica shows herself to be a braggart. Bit of a sore winner. Not a good look, Boudica. And everybody eat your slime mold. Boudica immediately gets dysentery. Minus 20% max HP. You'll love to see it. We have no money. I guess there might be a trinket that we want. No.
For wealth no longer has meaning.
We're gonna...
If indeed it ever did.
Upgrade bolster for stress heal. And we're gonna upgrade indiscriminate science for health heal. We're gonna equip our storage trunk.
If it is to carry you where you must go.
And we're gonna decide between the sprawl and the tangle. If we go to the sprawl, we'll face a lot of fire. We will face pestilent. Everybody is vulnerable to disease. And our goal will be patrol. Win many road battles. That's almost guaranteed to happen. Our reward would be 1 mastery point. Or we could go to the Tangle, where we will face Blood Run. There will be no field hospitals. And our goal will be in the light. Keep the flame above 40, also pretty doable. I think either seems fine. If we go to the Tangle, it would be great to bring Bonnie for burn, and we definitely don't have Bonnie with us. Light all those plant monsters on fire. let's go to the sprawl.
Our great cities burn. All that beauty and knowledge, ash on the wind.
Bring your mask, not to keep out the COVID, but rather to keep out the thick flakes of ash that eternally...
Behold, the great cities of man, ruined and aflame.
Watchtower to the left for scouting early in a region. Okay, look, we are already at region 2 out of 4. This is the valley does count as the entirety of region 1, but maybe the sluice doesn't count as a region. I'm still trying to figure that out. If the target is bleeding or blighted, right? Oh, it's a medicinal herb. So it cures everything. Those are very good. Let's grab one. And then we are in the sprawl where everything gets lit on fire constantly. Just some more lanterns, please. Thanks, Hoarder. And then just like
Reliable
that.
Information brings accurate insight, after all.
Road battle and the Watchtower. Dog first. Eat the dodge, clear the dodge. Unbelievable. What is that? What is that dog's blade resist? 40, I guess that's not bad. Still though, Paracelsus. Can you make better...
Results are encouraging.
Can you make better juice, please? Weak juice. Weak juice so far today from Paracelsus.
Deliberate and methodical appliance
The
of
acid
harm.
carries him across death's door. Hellion having a bit of a hard time. She was blind. She was blind. I can't deny it. Battlefield medicine. +8. Bleed. Cured. Burn. Cured. Road battle ends.
Action.
Very little to worse for wear. Pretty routine.
Unpleasant in the extreme. This work is noble and necessary.
Camera, can we? Thank you. Watchtower gets us scouting of the entire region. Alright, so what do we have coming up? If we go left, we can get a free candle, and then just tons of assistance encounters. Mats, battle. I do want to go to that hero's shrine though, right? Hero's shrines get priority. So if we want to go to that hero's shrine, we're going to skip this candle. We're going to go right, left. And hopefully continue Boudica's story.
A simple choice. At least it should be.
Did I finish Boudica's story? Maybe I did. Is this everything for Boudica? No. Once everybody has all of their skills unlocked, it looks like this. It looks like a 4x3 grid. So we do have Boudica's epilogue, I guess you could call it. That's what we're doing. Alright, Doggo first. Sorry, Doggo. Eat the dodge. And then we can go to work. Get through that blight. Oh, Paracelsus, you actually have better than half odds. You should be able to solve this. Right now, Doggo has riposte and dodge. This is what we were hoping to
The slow
avoid.
suffering begins.
Alright, the man-at-arms can tank the riposte. Doggo cleared.
The work continues.
Second word battle ends. Pretty routine. Pretty safe. The burning pile. The fanatics. We fight! Blood is the catalyst. It's actually just one big Chungus, one pit fighter. I think we're gonna be okay, team. He does get pretty punchy, but I think we're gonna be just fine. Maybe I'll pop my stimulants. Oh, it feels good. Yeah, let's ready to go. Let's go. Ah! Boudica swings in. Crush heals. Crush heals. Death blow.
Early
Yes.
results are encouraging.
The blight takes him.
We are the flame, burning brightly for all the world to see.
The early experiment. Disorienting blast might cause blight. Incision cannot cause bleed. And if we find something called a spore grenade, which I don't believe I have unlocked yet, we can do a lot of extra blight. Pretty cool for a blight build. But I don't know if it's gonna be too helpful right
The
now.
loathing festers.
I never use disorienting blast. Disorienting blast is shuffle, daze, and maybe weaken. That's worth a turn. That's what you're saying. That's worth skipping a heal or skipping apply blight. I just don't think so. What is the upgraded version of disorienting blast? Shuffle, daze, weaken, stun with combo. And that's worth skipping a turn of apply blight. That's worth skipping a turn of heal. I just don't think so.
An elementary problem. Is
It's
it not?
right, left. Yeah. No, it's right, middle. Careful. Right, middle. All right. I guess now it's just right middle. I'm forgetting to use my lanterns. I gotta remember to do that next battle.
They revel in debauchery, debasing themselves in the face of the end.
What is the double red arrow? Do we know what that is? Also where to strike. Plague grenade. Right over here, Shaman. Oh! Shaman
Let us
does
hope
not
to
get to
finish
act.
this quickly.
Round 1 death blow. And retribution is gonna go. Oh, lantern. I was just saying. We gotta remember our lanterns. Retribution goes up. Iron Swan? No, we're in the wrong position. Toe to toe. Get back in position. Get over here. And combo for the guaranteed blight. The Hellion is starting every battle with 2 stacks of dodge. Why is that? Is it from an in item? I sure like it. Still not time to bolster quite yet. Probably just time to bonk. Bonk away. Wicked Hack with combo just does an extra 50% damage. So it rolled for 4 damage and then did an extra 2 damage. Not impressed. Not impressed this time, Boudica. Overall, of course, I remain enormously impressed by your work. Barristan tanking exactly how we want him to be. Can we sneak in a little healing somehow? I don't think so. I think we just end the fight. Never mind. We can clear the burn.
Extinguished at last.
Barristan with the death blow. We get another shackles. They're pretty good, right? 5% chance. That's
The loathing abates.
that's the worst of the debuff. And the buff is you might apply unmovable. But what if we want our enemies to move, you know? I don't know, put it on Boudica. Boudica likes to swing some shackles around. Right, middle was the plan. We go middle in hopes of catching Boudica's epilogue and unlocking her final 2 skills. I think we're gonna get it. So far, the epilogues have always been automatic successes. Let's see if that continues. It is said even death shuns cowards and fools.
Chapter 5. The Great Emptiness. Alone and untethered, she wandered the countryside, fighting for sport and soaking her wounds in wine. She sought death at every turn, desperate for a second chance to prove her mettle. But it seemed even that terrible wraith had forsaken her. Her isolation was absolute. Her shame barely concealed by a fragile facade of fearlessness.
We do indeed get Boudica's epilogue. Not unlike the man-at-arms, disgraced, shunned by her community, she wanders the countryside, looking for some kind of redemption or atonement in battle. Maybe a bit more of a drunky drunk than the man-at-arms. We get our mastery point and we unlock Boudica's final 2 skills, Adrenaline Rush. When her HP is below 1/3, she can heal herself, she can remove bleed, she can remove winded, and when she attacks, she heals again. She also unlocks Howling End. Just straight up damage with the 10% crit chance. It ignores block, and it gives her winded. Boudica, I hope you can find redemption here with us on the old road. Let the coward's blood soak the dirt. Okay, Boudica, so can we make a build out of any of this? No, is of course the answer. Let's just go maybe like this? How does this work? Pack and Swan, toe-to-toe if we need to get back in position, and then if her health gets low, we're allowed to dip into this situation where we do bleed out, and then we recover. I hate it. I hate it all. Yeah, get Raucous Revelry instead. It's still dependent on her health being low, you know? Is there a way she can remove... Bloodlust is, of course, the way she can remove her, Alright, let's try Bloodlust. I hate it, but let's try it for a little while. How's the, combat item situation? Alright, we need to refresh. More lanterns for the man-at-arms. And... Medicinal herbs for the Hellion. What? Oh, yeah. Nobody has blight down here. Let's switch to burn salve. Everybody puts on burn down here. Is that good enough? Let's continue. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you're enjoying the video. I hope you're enjoying the stream. I hope you enjoyed Boudica's Epilogue. We're not going to make it, are we? I did invest some time doing a little research into... Oh, we can cure Boudica's dysentery. Boudica, take these pills, and they don't go in your mouth.
We can suffer no sickness on this pilgrimage.
Maybe, maybe cure the stiff knees. Barristan, rub this ointment on your knees. It's gonna help your joints feel a little better. Also physical therapy. And, more herbs. Always more herbs. Thanks, field hospital doctor.
I suppose one sometimes needs a second opinion.
It's very big of you, Paracelsus, to acknowledge that other people know things. I know that's hard for you. Pretty smooth region 2 so far. Buffoon. Yeah, so I did a little research into both Al-Hazred's accent and the history of his name. Alright, let's start with the shaman. Iron Swan, the back row. Nope, no sound. The sound didn't play. Why didn't the sound play? Huh. The sound didn't play again. Little early access fun, little glitchy fun. I didn't change a setting somehow, did I? I can't hear the ancestor speaking. Literally unplayable. Retribution goes up. You'll love to see it. Okay, now what is the play? I think the play is, who's coming up? Boudica's coming up. I don't know, I think the play is probably just stabby stabby. Okay, let's try Bleed Out. Bleed Out is a very powerful attack that applies a lot of bleeding. The only problem is that Boudica becomes winded, which is what? It is minus a third damage and minus 3 speed, so pretty terrible. However, we can recover from her winded by kind of wasting a turn. Spending a turn? Maybe. I could try to do the ancestor while he's glitched out. A slow dissection. An unavoidable end. I think it could use some work. Burn Sab. The nice thing about the medicinal herbs is that they can cure any damage over time. Bleed, blight, or burn. but they do not heal any health points. The nice thing about burn salve for curing burn, it only cures burn, but it also restores some hit points. Same thing with anti-venom for blight and bandages for bleed. They're specialized. They only cure one condition, but they also give you health. Okay, so here's Boudica. She is winded. She's doing a third less damage, and she's very slow. If she uses Bloodlust, she can purge that winded token, and now she does a little bit extra damage if her target is bleeding. I just don't think so. I just don't think it's worth it. Why not just hack twice? Why not just hack twice? That's what I say. This combo token will essentially guarantee that Paracelsus's blight effect goes on. I sure missed the sound effects. They'll probably be back after the end of the battle. This looks pretty bad. Purge the riposte with Bellow. Bellow might miss. It does not. Riposte purge and a token of dodge purged. Second token of dodge purged. Final round. Gotta finish. Time to finish. We can do it. We can kill this guy on this round. We can kill this guy before he acts on our round. Alright, I gotta go into the settings here and see if I can't just get our sound effects back. How'd we do? Did it work? Say something, you old stodgy grouch.
Desperate and wanting. Will you rebuff their earnest pleas?
He's back, everybody. We should aid any who forestall the abyss. Yeah, so I was researching Al-Hazred a little bit. I found out two things. The first thing I found out is that there is something called an Arabic accent. I watched several videos about it, and I think I feel okay doing this Arabic accent for Al-Hazred. Maybe it's slightly appropriative, but I don't think it's so appropriative as to really be problematic or harmful. Look at all this dodge they get. Completely unfair. Iron Swan! Ooh, only 3 damage, but it clears the guard. It clears the guard. Magnesium Rain clears the rest of the boss. And Demon's Pull... Demon's Pull fails to move the altar out of its position and back. So my approach to these occultist fights is always kill the altar first, the weird tentacle with the candelabra hat. Okay, check this out. Bellow is gonna purge. Oh no, I didn't upgrade Bellow. Never mind. Never mind. Retribution goes up. Okay, Iron Swan with an irrelevant combo point. 7 damage. And the Man-at-Arms is not going to be able to hit the altar. Infuriating. Alright, Al-Hazred, we need you. We need you to kill that altar with the demon's pull. Yes. The altar dies before it can apply any healing.
A master stroke.
And that's exactly what we want. Next, we start putting up Noxious Blast on the Evangelists. I think maybe the Evangelists go down second, and we just put up with the annoying Cherub in the meantime. But the Occultist is going to be unable to hit any of them just now. I guess we can hit we can hit the Evangelist. Why is that Cherub so close to death? Not sure about that.
Haste and carelessness. Hallmarks of the unprepared.
Okay, thank you. Yes. Alright, that Cherub is ready to die. I am gonna go for the Cherub next. Brutal. Brutal. Can you all do your jobs, please? Alright, Cherub goes down, and we get a little bit of crush healing. But we are going to take this critical hit.
The slow suffering begins.
16 points of damage, not really what we want. Okay, but watch this though. Weird reconstruction. 7 points of healing. Battlefield medicine. Critical. 8 points of healing. And it is... excuse me. Excuse me. Battlefield medicine is supposed to remove bleeding. It super did not. Actually illegal. This game is literally unplayable.
This wound, at least, has been tended to.
Death blow. Alright, riposte death blow. Oh, very ouchy. Can we heal that Hellion, please? Weird reconstruction. 10 points of healing.
A brilliant conclusion.
Okay, now we need to bolster. Is that the play? I think the play is try to end the fight. Yeah, we can stress heal at the inn. Inventory a little swollen, but we can just equip trinkets. Okay, we got the Dark Impulse and the Wounding Words. We can give them to the Hellion. And they will... they will basically make her largely resistant to bleed. And they will make her hit really hard at the cost of max HP. I think that's allowed. And then maybe do the Witch Doctor like this. Sure. We can just also just throw away these garbage trinkets. We don't need those. Goodbye, garbage trinkets. Enjoy your life by the side of the road. Let's go ahead and redo combat items as long as we're thinking about it. Stimulants. Always a good time. Herbs are very good. Lie is very good. Bandages are very good. All of these are very good. No, the bandages, where did they go? Oh, there they are. They somehow got on the man at arms. Not sure how that happened. Thanks for hanging out. Let's go to the inn. I'm not crying. Look away.
At last, respite within reach.
It's okay to cry, Boudica. Crying is a normal human behavior. We don't need to shame it. Pretty stressed out, but pretty healthy. We arrive at the
Lower
river
your
song.
guard. Soften your gaze. It is safe here.
The river song. We healed a half and we each shed 3 stress. The banks of the beautiful river. Wahoo! Quirks. Paracelsus, kleptomania, consumed by the urge to steal. Watch your items, everybody. Al-Hazret, hemophobia. You might get stressed out at the sight of blood, mortified by blood. And Barristan Chatterbox just won't stop talking. Insufferable. Play cards.
Aspiration unites the hopeful.
Barristan and Boudica make fast friends. Whittling tools. Who wants to whittle? Oh, I think the occultist would be a whittler. Whittle a little tentacle monster. Mundane activities to soothe his mind. Move resist for the man at arms. Calming incense. Boudica and Barristan have a good huff together. And of course, slime mold. Make sure everybody has their HP buffed. Boudica, you keep getting sick from the slime mold. Where is your immune system? You are actually not supposed to get this dysentery. I already cured your dysentery and you got it again. Unbelievable behavior.
Precious relics remind us of a time before the end.
I do like the minor hail draft. Plus 10% HP, but you don't crit as much. How's the party looking? Yeah, we could use a little healing. But it's such bad healing. 10% healing for 12 relics is just not a good deal. Instead, I'm gonna buy some lanterns, keep the light up. Where are we about to go?
The provinces and cantrevs of our land, crumbling and undone.
I could go to the Shroud, where there would be lots of academic studies from the curious situation. And Fog of War, I'm not allowed to go to the Watchtower, and then I get a candle. Or I could go to the Fetter, where there is Bat Country, lots of cultists, and my goal would be patrol, win the road battles, and my reward would be a mastery point. I'm gonna go to the Shroud and try to get that candle.
The shrouded coast, isolated and drowning in amphibious degeneracy.
I love all kinds of degeneracy, but
Experience, however painful, is the greatest teacher of all.
especially the amphibious variety. Okay, if I upgrade Howling End, I not only ignore guard, I also ignore, I not only ignore block, I also ignore guard. And I do more damage, and I have a higher chance to crit, and it has a shorter cooldown. Pretty powerful. If I upgrade Adrenaline Rush, we already talked about that. If I upgrade, what's the other one? Those are the only new ones, right? If I upgrade Adrenaline Rush, it still requires that her HP be low. But she can heal, she can remove all damage over times. I don't know, maybe. I think a great way to remove Winded is to use toe-to-toe. It's just some solid damage, and it gets people attacking her, which we actually do want. Alright, so big Howling End is going to synergize with big toe-to-toe. Why not? Okay, what else? I want better Bellow. I actually think it's quite good. It's good to remove crit. I want better Crush because it can be epic heals. And one more? Ooh, we can start Al-Hazred's story next. Maybe, no. Maybe... I think maybe just better Noxious Blast. 6 bleed is not messing around. We're about to go to the Shroud where they have the Fisher Folk. What do we know about the Fisher Folk? I have not written anything down about the Fisher Folk yet. In Darkest Dungeon 1, the Fishmen of the Cove, it was called, they were very resistant to... They were very resistant to blight. The solution was to bleed them. In my imagination, the blood leaking out of their scales would then attract big sharks and other creatures of the deep to chomp on them. That is just me. I don't think that was actually in the game, though. So... that doesn't matter. I'm just gonna get Noxious Blast and see how it does out there in the Shroud. Maybe it will not work well, but maybe it will. Alright, Wainwright, nothing for you. Last chance to buy items. Again, we don't really know what they do out there in the Shroud. Let's do one more playing cards. Playing cards is always good. I love it when you kids get along. Have I ever explained the symbols on the card? Yes! Okay, I didn't get to talk about the history of the name Al-Hazred, but I will talk about that in the next episode. I did get to talk about the Arabic accent and using it for Al-Hazred the Occultist. And most importantly, in this episode, we finished Boudica's story. We learned of her quest for redemption, wandering the battlefields of the world and reveling in her wine. We know it's red wine, right? Not really a Chardonnay kind of girl. She likes dark, bloody, red. In our next episode, we will embark into the Shroud and hopefully begin the story of Al-Hazred the Occultist. Until then, this is Deck Tech Gaming signing off. I'll be back next time, and I hope you will be too.